Most people know Watoto for its children's choir, but the ministry has several outreach projects that have brought major changes to the country. Here to talk about it is the man I call the godfather of the church, Pastor Franco Onaga. Pastor, welcome to Turning Point.
Thank you very much.
Now, I have to explain why I call you the godfather, because a few months back, I came into a pastor's meeting, all these young, strong men seated in a circle, and there you were in the middle, looking rather mean. And I said, what's this? The mafia? And I found out it's a pastor's meeting. So you, sir, are the godfather.
Thank you.
Tell us about the work of Watoto and what impact has it really had on this country, Uganda?
We believe the church is not just a four-wall or a Sunday meeting. We believe real church happens after Sunday, when the people who have come to church and have had an experience with God meet the other people in the community, because community is where we live. Watoto Church has done many things. One of them is what we are talking about here, the children's choir. The children's choir came out of a ministry where we take care of children who are abandoned, children who are orphaned, who lost their parents either to AIDS or to war, and we have been able to pick some of them, and we take care of them. And we did not take care of them in a way of an orphanage. We decided that we would not have an orphanage. We would have a home, a village. Like where we are right now, Subi is one of our biggest villages. We will get a home where we can put children in a home, build a house where we get a foster mother, and we put at least 8 children being taken care of that mother.
Sorry, Pastor, let me interrupt you there. You say this is Subi, where we are, is one of the biggest villages.
Yes, please.
About how many children would call this community their home?
Over 1,000 children.
Over 1,000 children,
Yes.
And they're in cells of 8.
They live in a houses which is 8. Each house has 8 children, and the houses are built in a circular form. Each circular has 8 houses, with the 9th house being the lead mother, which takes care of those other mothers. And these children are taken care of here 24/7. We take care of them throughout they live here, they go to school here, we feed them, we clothe them. And what has happened that not only are we taking care of the children, the impact it has brought is that the community is benefiting.
Right.
Like right now we have a secondary school where our children go, but also the community children go to school. Right. We have a technical school where we train them either carpentry, or welding, electrical installation, and the children, we take our children who cannot pursue with what we call formal education, go to that. But also the children in the community go to that. We have a tailoring school where some of our girls and some people who prefer tailoring would go to it, but also the community benefits because some of the children from the community come and be part of this. This has not just had an impact within the community, but also nationwide.
Right.
Because you were not only taking care of children, that was the beginning point where we look for children who have lost both their parents, but now the ministry has grown. We not only look after children, but we provide education, we provide the training for tertiary, we provide medical, which medical benefits the community.
Okay, let me ask you though, because the last time I was here, I met a young man he's much older, because when you think of Watoto, you think children. But this fellow was a lawyer, and a leading lawyer here in Uganda. So tell us about some of the people that have come through the ranks who you look at now, you see on the streets, you think, ooh, that was one of my babies.
Yes. Just like you look at it, that's the way we also feel. When you talk about Watoto, we see these children as children we picked in very young. You see the picture where you pick them from, something running out of their nose, everything around about them. But they have gone through our hands. Over 500 have graduated from universities and tertiary schools, and they are now in the community out there doing the things any normal person can do. And that's why like we have people who have graduated, they are lawyers, we have people who have graduated, they are teachers, we have people who have graduated, they are in the business people in the community. We have some of them who are now married and are living in family. They are now giving us grandchildren, and so it's not just the children. The ministry has grown.
Pastor Franco, let me ask you to delve into your artistic side a little. I know you're great with administration, great with leadership. When you see pictures of Africa for most people around the world, it's a certain picture, either of a child with flies around, and which paints one reality. For you, when Franco is painting, you have a canvas and you have 60 seconds to paint. What would be on that canvas if you're painting Africa?
You know, when you're painting Africa, let me give you, first of all, give you a bit backwards. Every time
you only have 60 seconds.
Yes, every time you see pictures about Africa, you see people are hungry, you see flies around about that. But the thing is, Africa is a bright continent. When you see a lot of children, to me, that is bright future. Because children are telling you that there is something coming ahead of them. What I see in Africa is a continent which is coming up from like, we have gone through difficult moments. But I see the brightness, like the flower beginning to bud. Okay. The rose flower beginning to open. It is closed, but you see the thing beginning to open. That's the time when you look at and see the beauty of the flower. I see Africa's potential beginning to bud. I see Africa's contribution to the world beginning to open. And what we now need is to nurture. To nurture, that's what it reaches to its full potential.
Pastor Franco, so your picture would have in it bright colors, it would have in it possibly a flower growing out, it would have in it something that says hope and something that says contribution to the world.
Yes.
Pastor Frank, thank you so much for joining us on Turning Point.
God bless you.